Hey, hello, good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday. This is our October week 3. All right, so okay, I can see almost everyone is here. Okay, hey, Jermaine, hello. So yeah, I see some Monday students here too. Oh, sorry, I was not well on Monday, huh? All right, so anyway, we are going into chapter 9 today. Oh, sorry, let me erase this real quick. We are in chapter 9 today. Right, about this chapter, right, we have two chapters remaining. Okay, we have two chapters remaining, which is chapter 9, chapter 10. And these two, they are rubbish. Okay, rubbish chapter. So, to cut the rubbish short, okay, to cut the rubbish short, I will finish this chapter by today. Okay, and chapter 10, right? Yes, Chanxing, hello. And chapter 10, right? I will finish chapter 10 in half an hour. Okay, so next week, I might even jump straight to revision. Okay, after we finish chapter 10. Because these two chapters are, yeah, it's fun to learn, but it's not coming out for exam. Okay, it's not coming out for exam. Sorry, guys, I just finished my dinner real quick. So my food is still kind of stuck in my stomach. Okay, anyway, so let's go to chapter 9. This chapter is when we learn about the sun. Okay, it's when we learn about the sun. As you know lah, usually the last two chapters, three chapters, it will usually be about space. Okay, it's about space. Yes, Kaibo, hello. Why is your name in Mandarin? Okay, anyway, so we are talking about the sun today. So as we know, we actually learned about this last year. We know that the sun will someday die. Okay, the sun has a lifespan. Few more billion years later, the sun will die. So our sun is a ball of gas. Okay, our sun is a ball of gas. All right, what gas do they have? They have hydrogen gas and helium gas. Okay, very important. Okay, please highlight this. So why two gases? Okay, why two gases? The hydrogen is the fuel. Okay, hydrogen is the fuel, and helium is the exhaust. Okay, this is the waste gas. Okay, as in hydrogen 是燃料, it's the main thing they burn. Okay, so hydrogen. Okay, what will the sun do? What will the sun do inside this core, right? Can you see the core? Inside the core is where all the chemical reaction happens. All right, and inside this core, they will do something called nuclear fusion. Okay, nuclear fusion. What is nuclear fusion? Nuclear fusion is when two hydrogen, okay, let's say this is two hydrogen atom, they fuse together. Okay, they fuse together, they will become helium. Okay, so you see hydrogen is the fuel, they fuse together, they become the helium. Okay, and then this process will release a lot of energy. This will release a lot of energy. So this is your nuclear fusion. Okay, nuclear fusion. So you can say that the sun is a nuclear bomb. The sun is a nuclear reactor. You can say that because it gets its energy from nuclear too. Right? So this is how we get energy from hydrogen. So someday, right? Someday, few more billion years later, when this hydrogen is no more, okay, when it's no more, Superman also get energy from it. Is it? Is it? Okay, so one day, when this hydrogen is no more, then the sun will stop working. Okay, the sun will stop working, and our sun will turn into something called the white dwarf. Remember, you learned this last year. It becomes a white dwarf, and bigger stars, okay, bigger stars, like really big stars, they will turn into neutron stars. Okay, do you know what is neutron star? Thor's hammer is made from it. Okay, according to Avengers lah, okay, according to Thor. And really, really big star, like stupid big stars, they will become black hole. This is last year, guys. This is last year. You learned this in Form 2. Right, anyway, so this is our sun. Okay, this is our sun. So this nuclear fusion will produce a lot of energy. Right, so let's jump to the next one. Our sun has two main layers. We have the inner layer, lapisan dalaman, and we have the outer layer. So this outer layer is like the atmosphere for the sun. Okay, you see, Earth, we are also like that. Earth, right? Okay, Earth, right? Okay, this is Earth. Okay, this is, Earth lah. Okay, you get what I mean? And then outside here has your atmosphere. Okay, this is your atmosphere. Inside is Earth. So inside our Earth, we have 4 layers. We have the core, inner core, outer core. We have mantle, and we have crust. So 4 layers here. And then our atmosphere has 5 layers. Okay, your stratosphere, troposphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. So 4 layers, 5 layers, right? So for the sun, right? For the sun, right? This inside layer, okay, this inner layer is like here. So it has 3. Okay, it has 3 layers. And then the outside layer, the atmosphere, has 3 also. We are like 4 here, 5 here, right? But for the sun is 3, 3. Okay, 3, 3. So, and another difference is we can stand on here lah. We can stand on Earth, but we cannot stand on the sun because the sun is a gas. Okay, the sun is a ball of gas, so we cannot stand on it. Right, anyway, so let's talk about the sun. Let's talk about the inner layer. Okay, the inner layer, the lapisan dalaman, we have 3. We have the core. Okay, so the inside here is the core. This is where core is where they do nuclear fusion. Okay, all energy, okay, all energy comes from the core. All energy comes from the core. Okay, yes, Zihui, hello. So all energy comes from the core. We are in chapter 9. So you see core here is the center of the sun. Okay, so they generate energy through nuclear fusion. So they are the hottest. Guys, how hot the core? How hot is the core? The core is 15 million degrees Celsius. Really stupid hot. Okay, 15 million. 15 million is like this there. 15 million degrees Celsius. That's super hot. All right. So this is the core. Okay, and then as they go out to the next layer, the second layer is what we call radiation zone. Zone sinaran. Radiation zone. So this is where the energy goes out from the core. They reach the second layer. Okay, so it takes 1 million years to reach the radiation zone. So it's really, really big. So it is colder. Just now 15 million, now 5 million. Of course, they exit the core, so they become colder. So that's your radiation zone, zone sinaran. And then the last layer, the last outermost layer, we call it convection zone, zone perolakan. Okay, perolakan. Okay, there's one more A here. Okay, so this is zone sinaran. Guys, do you remember these 2 words? Do you remember these 2 words? There are 3 methods to transfer heat. There's conduction in solid, there's convection in liquid and gas, and then there's radiation in vacuum. Yes, okay, you remember. So we have the radiation zone, which is the middle here. So here they do radiation, and then we have convection zone. This is where they do convection, just like our mantle. Okay, that's all. So the convection zone is even colder, 5 million to 2 million, because they are exiting away from the core. They become colder and colder and colder and colder. Okay, they become colder. So that's your inner layer lah. That's your inner layer. And then when they reach the atmosphere of the sun, 太阳的大气层the atmosphere of the sun, that's when we call the outer layer. The outer layer. And then this outer layer is a bit funny one. Just now, the further you go away, the colder, right? Here very hot, here less hot, here not so hot. And then when I'm going out, I'm becoming hotter again. Okay, I'm becoming hotter again. Don't ask me why, that's the way it is. So the first layer, we call it photosphere. Okay, photosphere, which is here. Now, when you look at the sun, okay, please don't look at the sun, but if you look at the sun, you see a yellow ball of fire at the top, in the sky, right? The light you see comes from photosphere. Because photo, what is photo? Photo is light. Photosynthesis one, right? To take picture, we call it a photograph because you need light to take picture, right? So photograph is called, you need light lah, okay, photograph. Okay, so this is the coldest layer. This is the coldest layer, 6,000 degrees. You might say, sir, how is 6,000 cold? It's the coldest already. Okay, yes, 6,000 is still very hot, but it's the coldest. All right, this creates the light we see. Okay, all the light you see will be here. All the light you see will be here. And then the going outer, okay, this is the only thing you can see. And then when we go out, chromosphere, this one you cannot see. Chromosphere is this white color layer here. This one you cannot see. You can only see this thing during eclipse. Okay, solar eclipse. So whenever there's a solar eclipse, right? You know it's solar eclipse, right? You know it's solar eclipse, right? You see the white color ring? That's the chromosphere. That is the chromosphere. Usually you don't see this thing, right? Okay, usually you don't see this. I hope you saw this like few years ago. I think in Malaysia, I think around 3 years ago, was it? I couldn't remember well. I think it was like 3 years ago, we had this solar eclipse, right? I think it was in the middle of some afternoon. I especially remember this because I thought it was going to rain. Okay, I didn't watch the news. I thought it was going to rain, so I rushed out and then I keep all my clothes. I thought my clothes are going to get wet, and then when I return, then the sky come back bright again. Then I was like, shit, I missed it. Okay, it was all over the news, but I didn't know. I didn't know. So this thing is the solar eclipse. So this white layer is your chromosphere. We call it your chromosphere. In BM, it's called chromosphera. Just now, that one was photosphera. So photosphera, chromosphera. So this is the thing you see. Sorry, light. The photosphere is what you see. Chromosphere is, you see this only during eclipse. And then, you see it gets hotter again. It gets hotter again. Just now, coming out, it becomes colder. Now it becomes hotter. Okay, the sun is just weird. And then the last one, we call it, funny enough, we call it corona. Okay, I'm sure you heard of this word before. Okay, guys, any of you know what is corona? Not the virus, not the virus. Do you know what's the meaning of corona? Yashwini, I like the way you think. It's not the beer. Because it's not the beer. Okay, the beer uses the name Corona. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? Corona actually means crown. It means crown. It's the Spanish word for crown. You know what's a crown? Okay, so it looks, because it's at the top layer, so it's like the sun wearing a crown. The crown. So why do they call it a coronavirus? Because the virus looks like a crown. Right? Right? Don't you think it looks like a crown? There. I mean, it's disgusting, but it looks like a crown, right? So coronavirus. So guys, coronavirus is actually a class of virus. Okay, there are like a few million types inside. So the COVID that we get is just that few types that we get. Okay, you have alpha, beta, delta, and omicron. So there you go. There you go. This is your coronavirus. So they are called crown. So this crown, right, is this outermost layer here. Is the outermost layer here. Also the hottest in the atmosphere. So they are 2 million degrees Celsius. Again, getting hotter. So you see, the sun is very funny one. They go from 15 to 5 to 2, become colder. Then they start increasing again. They become 6,000, then 15,000, then 2 million. It starts increasing again. That's the way it is. All right, so this part, will they come out in exam? Very seldomly asked. But if they do, they will give you a description, and they will ask you what layer is this, what zone is this, which layer is this. They will ask things like that. All right, so very easy, very easy, because that's what you see is what you get. There's no extra stuff you have to memorize. There's no twist and turn question. No, very straightforward. These are the 6 layers in the sun. All right, so there's nothing to ask lah, guys. It's just boring. Okay, I know it's very boring. I know. Next chapter is even worse, because next chapter is when we learn astronomy. Who are the famous astronomer? Who is Galileo Galilei? Okay, so like I said, next chapter, chapter 10, I'm just gonna jump through very quickly, and next week we might just jump straight to revision, because the exam is coming soon. Okay, so anyway, so this is your sun. So shall we move on to the next part, which is the phenomena of the sun? You see, the sun has weather. Okay, Earth has weather, right? We have snow, we have sunny, we have cloudy, we have rain, we have typhoon, we have hurricane, things like that. So the sun is the same. So on the surface of the sun, there are weather. Okay, there are many types of weather. So you see, on Earth, okay, let's come back to Earth. We have chill weather like cloudy, sunny, and rain. These are the chill weather. And then we have the batshit crazy weather. We have thunderstorm. We have hurricane. We have typhoon. We have all this gila crazy shit weather. So same thing goes to the sun. The sun has chill weather. It also has batshit crazy weather. Okay, guys, if I were to describe the sun, the sun is like your psycho girlfriend. Do you know the sun is a psycho girlfriend? Do you know what's a psycho girlfriend? Okay, next time if you get a girlfriend, if she's the gila crazy psycho type, the sun is like that. Okay, she will randomly throw tantrum. She will randomly abuse you. She will throw things at you. And then psycho shave on period. Yes, exactly. Right? So the sun is exactly like that. So we are Earth, we are at the sun's mercy. If they someday explode and kills us, that's the way it is. Okay, so if you have a psycho girlfriend, you are at her mercy. Okay, you pray hard that she doesn't take parang and chop you into 18 pieces lah. Okay, I don't know lah, guys. I don't know lah. From what I observe, from my past experience, the hotter a girl is, the more attractive your girlfriend is, the crazier they are. Okay, ask me how I know. Next time you will know. Okay, so next time, before you want that hot girlfriend, okay, you see this girl, oh, she's really cute, she's really hot, you want her as your girlfriend, make sure you can handle the emotion. Okay, I don't make this shit up, because that's the truth. Okay, the hotter a girl is, the crazier they are. Okay. Do you know how I know this? Okay, because my wife is batshit crazy. Yeah, my wife is very attractive. Okay, I love her because she's very hot, but sometimes she's crazy. Okay. Even I say that, even when I ask her, you're crazy, right? My wife will say, yeah, I know. She no remorse. She's proud of it. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Yes, Cindy. Hello. Thanks for the emoji. have I seen you around, Cindy? Have I seen you around? Okay. Because I don't recognize your name. Okay. Anyway. So let's talk about the phenomena. So we have a few weather here on the sun. Oh, you are new, huh? Okay. What branch are you from, by the way? Okay, so let's look at the first. Let's look at the chill weather first. Okay, these are the chill weather. So what is granule? Oh, USG9, nice. Okay, so granule is this. When you zoom into the sun, it kind of looks like popcorn. So that's your granule. This one very chill one. This is just like on the sun there are like it's like your skin cell. When you zoom into your skin, you see skin cell, right? So this is the sun skin cell. That's your granule lah. That's your granule. Okay, it's like popcorn lah. This is chill weather. This is like normal sun. Okay, normal sun. And then on the skin, right, there are pimples. Yes, the sun has pimples too. So when you zoom into the sun, right, you see these black dots, they are the pimples. We call them sunspot. You see the name is very lame one. Okay, there's a spot on the sun. What should we name it? You know what? Let's name it sunspot. Okay, that's the lamest name ever. So sunspot. Yes, they are Earth size. Yes, they're Earth size. Okay, our Earth is like this, so we are really small. Yes, fire pimple. Put it that way. Yes, it's fire pimple. Do you know why there's the sunspot? You know why there's a sunspot? Because they are colder than the surrounding. Let's say the surrounding is 6,000 degrees. The sunspot is maybe 5,000. So they are cooler, so they black off because they got no light. So that's your sunspot. Okay, so they are the pimples. The sunspot will come and go. Sunspot will come and go. They will every 10 years. The sunspot they will go and then they will grow new ones. It's like pimples lah. When your pimple cure already, then it grows somewhere else. So that's your sunspot. Okay, so they are dark because their temperatures are lower than their surrounding. Okay, that's all. Okay, that's all. So like I said, every 10 years they will change the pimple. This is what we call a solar cycle. We call it a solar cycle. So every solar cycle they will change new pimple. So that's the sunspot. All right. So here are the chill weathers. Let's talk about when your girlfriend she mengamuk already. You know it's mengamuk. That means she starts to go gila already lah. Okay, so prominence is not crazy yet. It's just a loop of gas. It's a fire circle. Okay, it's a fire circle. This is your girlfriend nagging you. Okay, prominence is your girlfriend nagging you. So do you see how big they are? Okay, we are like here. Hey, so tiny. Okay, so this is like your girlfriend. Just later, this one is your girlfriend explode. Your girlfriend starts throwing things at you. This is when your girlfriend starts to nag you. Okay, why the name so cool? I don't know. Okay, sunspot cool, man. How is this cool? All right, so this is your girlfriend nagging you. So it's like, why is the next door? Why is my friend's boyfriend better than you? Why are other boyfriend better? You see, my friend's boyfriend got give flower to the girlfriend. Why you never give flower one? Nagging you lor. Okay, this is your girlfriend nagging you. Okay, it's just a fire. Okay, it's just a loop of fire. She is not throwing things at you yet. Okay, so this is just her nagging you. So prominence is just a fire loop. Okay, it's just a fire loop. Okay, they may last several days or months. Your girlfriend might nag you for days. She might nag you for months. Where's hangry? Okay, so let's look at the two batshit crazy ones. So there's solar flare and then there's CME. Okay, this is like your hangry girlfriend. This is like your hangry girlfriend. This is small explosion. Okay, small explosion. Okay, so as you can see, this is a solar flare. Okay, this is a solar flare. This is when your girl starts throwing things at you, because it really is what happens. You see, when the sun starts throwing things at us, we are at their mercy, because they could disrupt our communication. They could wreak havoc on Earth. I'll talk about that later. Okay, so this is solar flare. This is when your girlfriend is angry because you didn't feed her. Okay, you didn't feed her. Okay, you forgot to throw chocolate at her, so she start to naik gila already. So this is your Solar flare. Okay, you see, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I mean, girls, tell me if this is true. Sometimes you just get angry and you cannot help it. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Okay, so sometimes you get moody and you get angry and then you just kind of think to yourself like, damn, I'm really crazy, huh? Okay, even you yourself know it, but you can't help it, right? Okay, I know. It's your hormones working. Right, so this is your solar flare. This is your solar flare. And then there's the Hail Mary. Okay, this is the Hail Mary. This is when your girlfriend gets really angry. So this is the big angry. Just now you have the small angry. Now you have the big angry. Okay, so this is what we call CME, coronal mass ejection. Lentingan jisim corona. Oh boy, run for your life. Okay, when this thing happens, run for your life because it's when the sun goes crazy. It's when your girl starts throwing big things at you. Imagine she throws a sofa at you. That's CME. I mean, if your girl can throw a sofa at you, damn, she's really strong. Okay, but there you go. This is when your girl goes crazy. It's like you ask her, oh, have you gained weight? Oh, no, you did not. Hey, I see Michael's girlfriend. I think she's hotter than you. Oh shit. you just poked the dragon. You just startled the witch, okay? So when you say this shit, when this shit come flying out of your mouth, you pray for your own mercy lah. You pray for your own mercy. That's the CME. All right, when she's hungry, then you go like, hey, what's the thing with nagging? You know, I'm a very naggy person. I love to nag my wife, and then she said she cannot tahan, What's with, I think nagging, it's for your own good, okay? Sorry, my father mode engaged. Okay, so anyway, so this is your CME. Okay, this is your CME. So you see lah, this is small boom boom. This is big boom boom. Because we care about you, okay? So people when they nag you means they love you. Okay, so solar flare, CME. So hey guys, this is random. This is random. Let's say this year, right, the sun could have like 5 CME, or it could have like 1 CME, or it could go crazy like it has 10 CME. So it's all on the mercy of the sun. All right, and then what is this solar wind? Solar wind is this constant radiation from the sun. You see, even when the sun is not angry, they will still throw stuff at us. So this stuff is what we call a solar wind. Okay, you might say, don't be ridiculous, sir. On space, there's no air. How can there be wind? This wind is not that wind. Okay, this is not the movement of air. This is the movement of your radiation particle. You know, sun produces radiation, right? Remember the video we watched last week? The sun will give us a cosmic ray. So this is the cosmic ray flying to us. Fortunately, when your girlfriend throws stuff at you, do you just stand there? No, you don't. You fight back, right? Not to say you fight back. You protect yourself, right? If she throws a sofa at you, you don't just stand there and let the sofa hit you. You kind of like, protect yourself. So we do. So as a guy, we have something called magnetosphere. Yeah, sofa, why not? Your girl turns into She-Hulk and then she starts hurling a sofa at you. Oh God, I hope not. All right, so magnetosphere is this sphere that is protecting you. Okay, so when your girl goes mad and start throwing solar wind at you, you're like, okay, I can still push this away. I can still push this away. I can still push this away. All right, but if your sun goes crazy, if the sun goes crazy, if your girl starts to go crazy, if there's a solar flare, or if there's a CME, this thing might come into your magnetosphere and kacau our stuff. Okay, kacau what leh? Okay, imagine we have all these satellites flying around. Okay, you do know we have many satellites up there, right? This is how we get GPS. This is how we watch Astro. I mean, if you watch Astro lah, this is how you stream your internet. This is how you are able to WhatsApp your friend. Okay, all your data and everything. We use our satellite. So these are our satellites. All right, but when this solar wind, when this solar flare decides to happen, or this CME decides to happen, if they are so strong to penetrate our magnetosphere, they can kacau our satellite. Yes, online games too. So what will happen? You might lose GPS signal. Okay. Yes. Okay, Nicholas, that is what I'm going to say later. So this thing, it will cause you to lose GPS signal. It will cause you to not get data. Your data will just putus halfway. Anything. It could even cause a power outage. This is like a EMP. You know, it's EMP, the electromagnetic pulse that spoils everything. It's like an EMP. But you see, our Earth, this thing will try to push. Okay, let's say there's a solar flare coming in. Let's use yellow. Okay, let's say there's a solar flare coming in. Let's say if there's a CME coming in, we still have layers of magnetosphere. We will try our best to push this away, and they will go to our North Pole and South Pole. Right? Because you see, there are no magnetic fields here. Okay, so when this CME or when this solar flare, they come to North Pole and South Pole, they will be scattered. They will hit our atmosphere, and then we will scatter this radiation away. And when they scatter, you will see this very pretty light. We call it the Northern Lights, or we call it Aurora Borealis. Okay, so this is aurora. So aurora is actually caused by the sun being crazy. The crazier the sun, the better aurora you get. Okay, so if the sky is full of aurora, that means the sun is really mad today. Your girlfriend is really mad today. Okay, so for you, it might look nice lah. Wow, sir, so cool. Okay, for you, it looks cool lah. But for communication, this is nightmare. Okay, your GPS will haywire. Hey, imagine you are a pilot. Okay, your plane just suddenly lose GPS signal. You have no idea where you are. You have to manually fly your plane. So that's a huge pain in the ass. Okay, so most of your cell signal, your Maxis, your U-Mobile, your Digi, they will all lose signal. Okay, for how long we don't know. So this depends on how crazy the solar flare is, how crazy the CME is. But you do get this cool light though. Okay, you do get this cool light though, and a little bit of extra info to tell you. Last time when this thing happened, right? This thing usually happened at the northern side. So who were the people living at the northern side? They were the Vikings. Okay, they were the Vikings. So the Vikings when they see this thing, they believe that this was created by the goddess of war called Valkyrie. Okay, they believe in Valkyrie. That's the goddess of war. Okay, it's for them to go to war so that when they die, they can go to Valhalla. They can die next to Odin. Okay, do read. You can go and read Norse mythology. Though they are really cool. Okay, they're really cool. There's the father of everything. Okay, there's Odin, and then there's Thor and Loki, and then there's Fenrir. There's Tyr. Okay, really cool. Okay, and then there's Freya. Freya is the wife of Odin. In fact, we named Friday after her. It's called Freya Day. So it's Friday lah. Okay, so Thursday is Thor's Day. So we used to name day using the Norse gods. Wow, cool, huh? Okay, anyway, so this is what they believe in. So turns out this is nothing to do with Valkyrie. Valkyrie didn't exist. Valkyrie doesn't exist. So it's just your, your northern lights, your solar flare going crazy. So that's your aurora. Okay, so that's your aurora borealis. Okay, guys, if you want to see aurora, right? Okay, because I watch a lot of traveling shows. Okay, to see aurora, right? Where can you go? You can go to any northern countries. Okay, you can go to Iceland. You can go. I think Norway they have it too. Okay, you can go to Siberia if you can tahan the cold lah. Okay, Siberia is like -30 degrees there. Okay, if you can stand your balls being frozen, then okay, you can go there and see. You can go to Alaska. I don't think New Zealand can, because New Zealand is southern. I don't think you can see it there. Mostly northern countries lah. Mostly northern countries. I think certain northern parts of Canada you can see it too, like Quebec. I think Winnipeg you can also see. If I'm not mistaken lah. Or provided you have no light pollution. Guys, if you go to like, do you know what is light pollution? Do you know what is light pollution? Let me draw some attention to here. If you are in a city, you will never see aurora. This is why we never see the stars, because we have something called light pollution. Okay, so if you want to, let's say you go to Iceland. Iceland is a city. Okay, it's a very modern city. So if you want to see aurora, you have to rent a boat. You have to rent a boat. You have to go to the middle of the ocean where there's no light pollution. Only you can see the aurora, and it's not cheap, And it's not cheap, And guys, since aurora is caused by solar flare, right? If there's no solar flare today, there will be no aurora. Okay, if there's crazy solar flare today or crazy CME, then you see a lot of aurora. So it's all depend on luck. Okay, but if you go Iceland, right, I think they have weather forecast and they tell you, oh, today's chance of seeing aurora is 10%, it's 50%, it's 80%. See whether you want to gamble. If they say, hey, it might happen. If they say, oh, today's aurora is 80%, you rent a boat and you go out, and then it starts to rain, there's cloud everywhere, it blocks away all the aurora, then sucks to be you. Okay, and sometimes even you see aurora, right, it is not like these. Wow, you see pictures, wow, so nice. Wow, do I really see this? Not really. Okay, sometimes expectation versus reality, I tell you you'll be very disappointed. Sometimes you go aurora, okay, with your hopes up, trying to see things, and then end up you see this. Okay, you wasted like a few thousand euros on accommodation, on transport, on everything, and this is what you see. Aren't you pissed off? Aren't you pissed off? It's like, shit, I spent so much just to see some green lights. Might as well look at my wallpaper. Okay, it's still nice. Wow, okay, Nicholas, you're very optimistic. Okay, because if I were you, I will be pissed off lah. Hey, hello, I spend so much money, I see this shitty hint of green. Might as well look at my wallpaper, right? Gary Field, yeah, exactly. So it's all depend on luck. It's all depend on luck, guys. Let me just tell you this. When you go traveling, right? Sometimes reality. Oh shit! I sound like Thanos now. Reality is often disappointing. Do you know that? Do you know that? Okay, case in point. My friend went to Paris. Okay, because she thought that it's the city of love. No, 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 no. Do you know how is Paris like? Do you know how is Paris like? First of all, it's dirty, very dirty. Yes, very dirty. You have immigrants everywhere. You have Middle Eastern immigrants everywhere, and then there's rats. Shit tons of rats. Okay, it's basically like Ratatouille. Do you watch Ratatouille? She said she went Paris, she's like, oh, Ratatouille in real life. You can see rats running around the street. Shit you not. Okay, yes, exactly. Tom and Jerry in real life. And then, oh, not to mention, if you go to the Eiffel Tower, right, it's freaking crowded. Freaking crowded. You know, there's a field there, right? Oh, you thought so nice, you can sit there and take picture. Oh no, it's full of Chinese tourists and they are noisy as shit. Okay, so my needless to say my friend is very disappointed. Okay, because it basically look like shit. Okay, hey, don't even get me started. She went to Venice. Okay, she went to Venice, right? Okay, you know Venice is very, very, very romantic, right? Okay, there's all these what do you call this again? What do you call this? All these boats, what do you call it again? There's the shit, the Italian word I forgot. Okay, so there are these boats, and then there are these people, ferrying you around. It looks cool, right? 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 Wrong. Okay, because if you go Venice in reality, oh my God, it's so damn freaking crowded. It basically looked like this. Gondolas, yes, gondolas. Okay, so basically in KL, okay, my friend said in KL you're stuck in land traffic jam. Now in Venice, hey, get to experience traffic jam in water. Wow, once in a lifetime experience, man. Okay, and not to mention, most of these gondolas they are full of Chinese tourists, and as I said just now, they are noisy as shit. Okay, so my friend said it's basically a Thailand. You know, Thailand has this water market, right? Same shit, same shit. Okay, really disappointing. So I said, you see, reality is often disappointing. Okay. Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Oh, they do? Yeah, I mean exactly go Thailand. Oh, not to mention, guys, big cities in Europe, right? Like Paris and Venice, they are full of pickpockets. Full of pickpockets. Okay. Yes, case in point, you know who Jia Hen is, right? Okay, the chemistry teacher. Okay, next year you go chemistry, you'll be taught by him. So he had his wallet stolen in Paris. Okay, don't say I didn't warn you, Don't say I didn't warn you, If you go there, you'll be thoroughly disappointed. Cause it's so full of people. Not to mention they spit everywhere. Oh yeah, they spit everywhere. Right. So there you go. Okay, so this aurora thing, I mean, if you yeah, exactly. Venice is sinking, yeah, because of the global warming, yeah, it is. All right, so if you say, sir, I have money, I really want to see aurora, then go. Okay, go and see your aurora because it's not really my bucket list lah. Okay, I mean if I have the chance I would, but it's not really my bucket list right now. Okay, yeah, good luck, exactly. Good luck. All right, so this is aurora. So good news for you if you want to see aurora, but bad news for your navigation system, bad news for telecommunication system, bad news for power, your electricity. Okay, if the aurora is strong enough, it might knock out your power and you get blackout. Okay, it will knock off your transformer. This is how your EMP looks like. Okay, we call it geomagnetic storm. Very serious matter. All right, so guys, it's just radiation. You are just there to see radiation. Literally, you are seeing radiation. Okay, it's like seeing X-ray. What's the fun, right? Might as well you see rainbow. So anyway, this is it for our chapter lah. Still, the important part will be these 6 layers. Okay, the two boom boom. You have the small boom boom and the big boom boom. That's all. Pretty much it. Pretty much it. You can go and read this yourself because it's not really coming up for exam. Okay, so I'm just gonna touch and go. Right. Anyway, so let's go to exercise, shall we? I'll just quickly wrap this up lah, because I really don't want to spend a lot of time here. Right. So number one, this is page 5. You see, the note is only 4 pages. Right. So number one, the sun mainly consists of 2 types of gas. So what are the 2 types? You have your hydrogen, that's your fuel, and when you finish joining hydrogen, you will get helium. Okay, so oxygen is not there. Oxygen is not there. So they don't do combustion. You see, if you say that the sun is burning, that is technically incorrect because the sun is not burning. The sun is actually doing radioactive radiation. It is actually doing nuclear reaction. It is not you want to say exploding can lah, because it's a nuclear bomb. The sun is a nuclear bomb. Right? So B, name the correct layers of the sun. So this is what they will ask in exam in objective, okay, in ABC. So number one, transfers energy from the core to the surface. So core is the innermost layer, surface is the outermost. So what is the middle? What is the middle? The middle is called radiation zone. Okay, zone sinaran. Right? Middle is radiation. The surface is your convection zone. Okay, so next, number two, the place where nuclear fusion take place. Where is all the nuclear reaction taking place? It would be your core, the inside your core. Core is the most important part. Like next year, if you go for SPM, I mean, if you go for Form 4, the core subjects would be your BMBI, Maths, Sejarah, Moral. Yes, Moral is one of it. Okay, there, the stupidest subject ever. Guess what? You learn the same thing. You memorize the same definition till you go for SPM. Awesome. Okay, anyway, so number three, seen as the white circle during the full eclipse. So the white circle, normally we don't see it. That's your chromosphere. Okay, chromosphere, chromosphera. Okay, chromosphere. And then number four, orange colored layer of the sun that is always observable. The part that is giving you light, we call it photosphere. Photosphere. Okay. Hey, it produces a lot of light. Don't joke. Please don't look at the sun with a naked eye. Get some sort of telescope, or there's a special sunglasses that you can see the sun. Use that. Okay, so number 5. Why jump straight to 6? Okay, so receives energy from radiation zone. So radiation zone is here. So when they receive it, the surface is called convection zone. Zone perolakan. Okay, that's the surface. And then the last seen as red arches during the full eclipse. You see the outermost layer. That's your corona. Okay, that's the corona. All right, so next, C, describe the reaction to generate energy that occurs at the sun's core. So what is inside there? That would be your nuclear fusion. In BM, it's called Pelakuran nucleus. Oh, did you know that we are, as we speak, we are still trying to do this. The scientists, I think in Switzerland, in CERN, okay, there's a science department called CERN, and I think in China too, they are trying to create a mini sun on Earth. Yes, they're trying to generate energy using nuclear fusion. Because nuclear fission is very dirty. It creates this waste product. So they are trying to use nuclear fusion to create electricity by creating a mini sun. Wow, Nicholas, you know a lot, huh? Okay, so this is basically nuclear fusion reactor. This is what they're trying to do. I mean, this is crazy lah. They are trying to use this machine and create a sun on Earth. Yes, it only lasts for a few milliseconds because we are limited by the technology of our time. Okay, maybe next time we can do it. Yeah, look, it is dangerous. It is. Imagine creating a 15 million degree Celsius core right on Earth. But if we can manage to do this, we can solve the energy crisis problem. But it's wishful thinking, okay, because it's not as easy as it seems. Okay, this is practically rocket science. All right, you see, they're trying to create this sun that looks like a donut. Okay, so interesting stuff. They're trying to create this thing. All right, anyway, so let's look at D. Let's look at D. So diagram below shows the layout of your same thing lah. So we go from inside first. So the inside is your core, teras, and then the E is your radiation zone sinaran. The second layer, and then F is the outermost layer. That's your convection zone perolakan. And then the atmosphere, C is your photosphere, followed by your chromosphere, followed by corona. Ayyo, so easy lah. That's why guys, don't bet on this chapter thinking that, oh sir, this is how I'm gonna score. You think they will give you 6 like this and give you 6 marks? You slow wait. Okay, sleep earlier tonight. Because even in your wildest dream, they won't come out. No. Okay, come on lah guys. If your exam comes out with this, you take all 6 marks, you don't feel malu one meh? Don't you feel malu? Okay, it's like giving you free marks like that. No, not gonna happen. Right. Next, let's look at number 2. So the most they will come out is like this. Okay, in objective, in ABC, they will come up with one statement and then they will ask you A, B, C, D. Which layer is this? Which layer is this referring to? That's all. Okay, that's pretty much it. So, corona, where is this? Corona is the where is it? The outermost of the atmosphere. The outermost. Photosphere is it gives out visible light, the part that we can see. And then chromosphere, there's no chromosphere here though. Okay, so let's look at the radiation zone first. Radiation zone is the middle layer. So radiation from the core, okay, diffuse out from this part. That's what it's called a radiation zone. Convection zone is when they go towards the surface. Core is the center. Chromosphere, then there's no choice, which is this one. Which I think this is funny because it's not reddish, because it's white. Chromosphere is white. It's not here. It's not red. So there's an error here. Right. Anyway, so let's skip ahead. B, this one do it yourself lah. You see, the questions, they are very repetitive. It's not hard at all. Oh, what is this? This is your solar flare. Okay, this is your solar flare here. So label the solar flare. So your solar flare is here. Okay, so explain how solar flare happens. Solar flare happens when there's an explosion of gases. Okay, when there's an explosion of gases, letupan gas. So this thing will release neutron, okay, alpha particle or radiation. So solar flare is actually very dangerous for Earth in terms of radiation. It will release more radiation. Okay, membebaskan neutron. You know what is neutron, right? You know what is alpha particle, right? You learned it last chapter. And then radiation is sinaran, so you throw out all this radiation out. All right, so you know what? I don't want to explain this. Oh yeah, here's the thing, guys. Usually solar flare, they will happen near the sunspot. Okay, whenever you see a bunch of sunspot, usually means solar flare or CME happened here before. Why? Because whenever there's a solar flare here, it will suck out energy from the surrounding. So the surrounding becomes cold and they form pimple. They form the sunspot. So all the energy is sucked away by the solar flare. So usually when you see a lot of dark spots, that's when you know, oh, there has been an explosion here. So usually it's like that. Usually it's like that. Right, anyway, you know what? I'm not going to answer all these, okay? If you want, you can go and do it yourself, because this is very unlikely to come out in exam. Doesn't mean zero though. Okay, it's not zero. Doesn't mean that there's zero chance they will come out. It's just that it's very rare. It's not worth your time. Okay, I'm not saying that they won't come out later. You say, wow, sir, if this comes out, how? If it comes out, it comes out. Okay, it's only like 3-4 marks. Why not you use this 3-4 marks, you get it somewhere else, right? You get it from your chapter 2, your lungs chapter, you get it from your heart chapter. That one is much easier to get. Okay, I mean it wastes you much less time lah. Okay, so anyway, you know what? If you want, you can go home and do it yourself. This is the magnetosphere, by the way. It protects you from all the radiation. All right. So next week I will go into chapter 10. I will finish that within half an hour, and I will jump straight into Form 3 chapter 2. I believe by now the front chapters the one we learned earlier this year, you have kind of forgotten them, isn't it? Don't lie to me, Okay, I know. So lupa bersih-bersih. Tahu tak apa. Right. So next week, if I can finish the chapter 10, which I think I can, I will jump straight into chapter 2. So get your brains ready. I'm going to refresh you on the chapter 2. Please, sila jangan bagi balik saya. Saya tak nak. Okay, please keep the knowledge to yourself, yeah. Okay, this is not a library. You don't return me the books. No, you don't. Right. Anyway, so guys, I hope you have a happy Thursday. I will see you again next week. I hope you learn something new. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. See you next week. All right, take care. See you. Good night. Have a nice day. Bye bye.